Good morning students of class 6. This is our third video of chapter 3 civics. The first topic is rights in a democracy. The success of a democracy depends on the participation of alert and vigilant citizens. People constantly monitor the activities of the government. The government is accountable to the people. We can see here one by one that how can we make our democracy successful. The first one is the people do not rule directly in a country with a democratic government. Countries which are large in size have a representative democracy in which people elect their representatives. The first one, it says that we can make our democracy successful when we choose our representatives. When we choose our representatives for our country. We do not rule directly because India is a democratic country. India is a democratic government. Next point says that the democracy government based on majority is allowed to take important decisions on behalf of all the people and work for their welfare. The system of government is known as representative democracy. Under the representative government, means a government based on majority, means a government should be made on the it should be made based on our majority. Government is allowed to take important decisions on behalf of all the people because here the people have right to choose our representatives. So this type of government is known as the representative democracy or representative government. Next you can see universal adult franchises. It means that without any discriminations we have right to vote. Women were giving vote rights much later than men in most countries. It was believed that since men had greater social interaction, they would be better informed about the affairs of the nation, hence more capable than men. So according to UAF means right to vote. Women were giving right to vote much later than the men in most countries. Traditionally, division of labor within the families had been such that men were expected to go out of the home and earn livelihood for their family members, while women were expected to look after their housework. Women were not allowed to go out of their home to to earn livelihood or to do some other job. So UAF believe no space for discrimination on the basis of the religion. According to our universal adult franchises, it says that there should be no discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, gender or sex. Everyone is equal to give the vote. But the condition is that the people age should be above 18 years. Then he or she is eligible to give the vote. So but in the past time only a few people were eligible to give the vote. They were a few men who were educated and they had property. In the past time those type of men were eligible to give the vote who were educated and had property. Women and poor were not allowed to participate in the elections. Women and especially poor women, they were not allowed to give the vote. In the 19th century, reforms were introduced to give the right to vote to all the adult people. But in the 19th century, reforms were there. What reforms were there? That now everyone is eligible to give the vote whose age is above 18 years. The British women were, however, not allowed to vote. Especially the British women, they were not allowed to give the vote. The women in England were given this power much later. And in England, the women had got the power later. They had to organize a protest movement against this discriminatory policy. The women of England, they organized a discriminatory policy. What type of discrimination? The discrimination was based on their gender. Okay, so these protesters were known as the suffragettes. In Britain, this movement was started. What began in 1870s. 3 million women signed the petitions demanding the right to vote. So in Britain, they were excluded to give the vote. So the movement was started in 1817 in Britain, and 3 million women has signed a petition for demanding the right to vote. Finally, what happened in 1928? The women were given the right to vote in Britain, and they were treated at par with men. In 1848, some same suffragette movement started in America, while in Britain this movement began in 1870. And as a result, we can see the women got the right to vote in New Zealand in 1893. Slowly, this suffragette movement it works in the in America, in Britain, and then New Zealand also. Means now the women means women were eligible to give the vote. Australia in 1902 and USA in 1920. France have women the right to vote in 1945. Now, students, we will see here the short answer questions. Differentiate between a monarchy and a democracy. We can see here the differences between monarchy and a democracy are: the first one is monarchy is a system of government by a king or a queen. First difference of democracy is a system of government of the people, where the power lies in the hand of the people is called a democracy, and where the power lies in the hand of king is called a monarchy. Second, monarchy, the king or queen is above law. In monarchy, the king or queen is above the law, but in democracy, every citizen is equal before the law. In a monarchy, the ruling power is hereditary. No one can remove him or her, because monarchy is a hereditary form of government. But democracy means ruling power is elected by the people through UAF, through universal elected franchises. The people are elected, and they are means the ruling power is elected through the process of UAF. Next, we can see how is representative democracy a good form of government. So first, it enjoys the right. People enjoy the right in representative form of government. Second, people have right to take part in decision making process. Next, if the people are not satisfied with their representatives, then they can remove and they can replace them by not electing them again. Next question is trace the growth of the suffragette movement. So in Britain, females were restricted from the right to vote. They organized a protest movement against these policies in 1870s, and these protesters were known as suffragettes. So females were not allowed to give the vote. They organized a protest movement in 1870s, especially Britain females, and this process is known as suffragettes movement. 3 million women were signed a petition for demanding the right to vote. And finally, what happens in 1928, the women were given the right to vote and treated at par with men. Means Britain women, they were treated at right to vote, means they were given right to vote and treated at par with men. The movement spread in many countries. In America, it started in 1848, and slowly this movement it spread in many countries. This suffragette movement spread in many countries. America in 1848, New Zealand in 1893, Australia in 1902, and USA in 1920. Next question is how are democratic governments more accountable to the people? So in democracy, the people elect their government. People have the right to express their views and criticize the government, because the power lies in the hand of the people, so people can express their views and they can criticize the government also. People constantly they monitor the activities of the government. People have right to remove the government also, because if they are not satisfied with the working of the government, then they can remove the government and they can appoint another one. Next question is define the following terms. The government. So government is an important element of the state which runs with the combined effort of state legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature means who frame the rules and regulations, executive to implement the rules and laws, judiciary to administer the justice according to the rules and regulations. The next question is suffragette. The protesters of the suffrage movement were known as suffragettes. It was organized by women against the policy of British government. This suffragette movement was organized by the British government because they were not allowed to give the vote. For demanding the right to vote, this movement was started. This movement was begun in 1817 and finally in 1928, the women were given the right to vote. Next question is apartheid. It is an official policy of social segregation. It was practiced in South Africa. Apartheid means the policy of racial discrimination between the black and white peoples are called as apartheid. which was practiced in the Republic of South Africa. It involved the political, legal, and economic discriminations against the non-white people. So this is all for today. Thank you, students, and have a nice day.